Everyone thinks of Hollywood as the center of the movie industry, and I guess to some degree it still is, but we're going to talk to a couple of gentlemen who produced and acted in a movie in New Mexico that say, things might be changing a little bit. Joining me now is Saul Tryon, nice to meet you, producer of the film Land of Dreams.
Yes.
And Gaius Charles, actor.
Yes.
Nice to see you, gentlemen. You both live in Southern California. Okay, so what are you doing in Southern New Mexico? And tell us about this film. You produced it. Tell us about it.
So it's an exciting film that amazing filmmakers Shireen Nishat and Shoja Azari created, and we've chose New Mexico because of the landscape and the incredible beauty that it presents, as well as the industry and the opportunity to work with an amazing crew and have the tax credit possibilities too.
Cheers! Darling, darling.
No wine for you.
Okay, well, let's talk about that tax credit possibility, because that's bringing a lot of films to New Mexico. Now, you're the money person. You have to put the funding together, and you got to pay expensive salaries like you did for David, or excuse me, for it. Your character's name is David, for Gaius. How does that work, the credits?
So you come and you film, and you have to, be very meticulous with what you're spending and what you're spending it on, and what you spend in the state of New Mexico. You get a certain amount of tax credits back after you do all the expenses and prove that you spent what you spent, where you spent it, how you spent it, and then they, a year later or so, send you a check back for a rebate in the amount of, whether it's 25% or 30%, depending where you filmed within the state.
That's significant.
Yeah, very
That's
significant.
a lot of money that
Absolutely.
New Mexico will give you.
And that's how we get the films made, is we're able to say, hey, we can get this much back. So we go and we can borrow money from an investor that wants to loan us the money, so we can use that up front, and then we get the tax credit back and pay that person back in the end.
Okay, Gaius, back to Southern California. Now, actors are supposed to live in LA. You're supposed to have on a robe, and then you go, you shoot your movies or your commercials, and then you go back home. Out here in New Mexico, what did you think about coming to the state?
Sure. Well, this is not my first time filming here. I've filmed another project here, and I really enjoy it. I like kind of a break from just home, going somewhere where you can travel and learn a new culture, eat some different food, meet some different people. So I really enjoyed it.
Tell us about your character David in the film, Gaius.
Sure. I play David, who is an artist in the film, and I kind of help the protagonist understand that what she's doing has more consequences than she realizes.
Talk about other LA actors and just the whole vibe of California versus New Mexico. Is LA okay? Because I read that sometimes it's hard to make stuff there. It's a little more expensive. Do you think it's moving east to New Mexico?
From my perspective, it really depends on the location. That's so much. New Mexico has so much to offer in that sense of like beautiful mountains and desert and all different types of places, as well as the tax credit. So from my perspective, it really depends on the project, but any opportunity to come and film here is great.
The future of your career. This was a very big role for you, and what's next? What's coming up next for you?
Yeah, well, I'm actually in a new show called The Walking Dead, Dead City, which premieres in June. So all the Walking Dead fans out there, I'm sure they're looking forward to checking that out. And yeah, I would say I filmed all over the country. I filmed internationally, and it's funny talking to Saul, the producer. It's like, as actors, we get on the plane, we pack a bag and we go where the work is. And I think this has been, I know that coming here over the years, working on projects has been a real joy, so.
Thank you so much. Guys, so thank you so much.
Thank you.